I'm Andy Locker, and I played Sue.
I'm Devin Kelty, and I played the role of Daniel, the 20-ish to 30-ish age Daniel.
I'm Craig Hartfield, and I played Dan, the old Dan. I was the old one.
Hi, I'm Brie Filippelli, and I played Susan, the middle one.
Outside of the musical Snapshots, I really like the song Meadowlark. So when I learned it was going to be in Snapshots, I was like, oh, heck yes. So I really like that one. And actually getting to see it performed live and in a different, and it's different from an actual recording of it. That the one I listen to is the one that Liz Callaway does. Mm-hmm. So Liz Callaway's hard to beat, but with a 3-part harmony in there, it's pretty nice. So I really like that one.
We will dance on the coral beaches, make a feast of the plums and peaches, just as far as your vision reaches. Fly with me.
That was so much fun to sing.
Absolutely loved Meadowlark. It was just so pretty. And then just belting our faces off. It was so fun.
Behind me, but I won't let tomorrow find me back this way. Before my past once again can blind me. Fly away.
Yeah. I love the popular No Time at All mix.
They have brains or knowledge, don't make me laugh. They were popular beats. It's all about popular. It's not about aptitude.
It's the way you're viewed.
So it's very true to be very, very popular, like me.
I think I had the most fun with How Does She Know? I loved that one because the movie Enchanted is one of my favorite movies ever, and then us all being Dan was so fun. Olivia and I just jumping out at the same time. I loved that.
Well, do you leave a little note to tell her she is on your mind?
Is that even a thing?
Send her yellow flowers when the sky is gray. Hey,
I send flowers.
you'll find a new way to show her a little bit every day. That's how you know. That's how you show she is your love.
You've got to show her you need her.
Cacophony was fun, but I still don't think I ever actually learned it. I was just I'm just going to sing now, and whatever happens, happens, because it's supposed to sound like that.
I remember me and Miss Andy went to my voice teacher and we were standing back to back just trying to sing it. And then every time we actually would do it in front of Mr. Frank, we would go back to back and Bree would just run to the other side of the room. And Trevor would be stomping his feet the entire time. It was wonderful.
Yep. I had to march in order to learn that because I had to keep the beat in order to go with it. And but we all started as far apart as we could possibly be because it was all 4 different songs. And then eventually we could get closer and closer. I loved it. I thought that was such a fun song. I loved learning that one. That one was fun.
If Frank asks, I knew it the whole time and I knew where I was coming in. But so please let Frank know that. But between y'all and me and anyone watching, I honestly, when it got to the end part where I was fly with me, that starts the whole ending thing, I was just I'm just going to sing it and they're going to have to catch up wherever I am. But if Frank asks, I knew it the whole time.
Yes.
When I was a girl, I had a favorite story of the meadowlark who lived where the rivers wind. Her voice could smash the angels in its glory.
It's what
But
I
she
want.
was blind. The lark was blind. Day as you do what you do every day with the house we don't show and the things we don't say. It hurts we can't see all the reasons you say when nothing is really different. Nothing is really different.
all-time favorite to perform was All for the Best.
Yes.
That was fun. Bree
That was
was
fun.
like scaring me really bad, but it was really fun.
And that's like my favorite one to rewatch just because I looked so angry. I'm like, poor Liv.
Before the hits get any louder, now's the time to take a powder. You are about as welcome as a skunk in a tea. Choose company, which makes you nothing but a C. R-O-W-D. I have the scars to prove it.
Until like we had it down, and then it was just I could probably still do it through muscle memory, but like when we were trying to learn it, because it was so fast that if you got like one thing wrong, you're done. You don't come back from it.
And
So
another side.
but it was so fun once we had it, but learning it was difficult.
Why worry about back then and back there? It all worked out, 'cause now we're a pair. It ended how you hoped it would, so now may I suggest it was all for the best.
Some men are born to be obtuse, gotta screw the truth, hopelessly and uselessly clueless. They just breeze along like a happy song. Anything that's wrong they don't see. Like you never bat an eye, never even tried. Did you think of my point of view? Less, as long as you're fine. Hey, life's how it should be. And now you say you feel attacked. Listen, it's a fact. I would love to act like a shrew less. Here's the problem though, you don't even know there's a problem, so I get stressed and reiterate, dear. There's one phrase I hate, dear. You guessed, it's all for the best.
It made me so bad a few times. I was like, oh my gosh. But it was so much fun at the same time. It was great.
Puddle puddle. We like started this whole thing that we would just start puddles. We were laying on the floor. It was like the day before FTC. We were all just laying on the floor. That's one of my favorite pictures, is just all of us in a big cuddle puddle. And yeah, I miss the cuddle puddles. We can't touch people anymore. So like I miss cuddle puddles.
And more now than expected.
Outlawed now. No more cuddle puddles.
I love the cuddle puddle. It made me happy.
We had a great cast. We really did. It was just, just the six of us. It was just nice. And we were like, everyone says, oh, my cast is like a family. But I feel like we were really tight knit because there were only six of us. So, yeah, cuddle puddles.
I'm coming from small town Georgia into the Tampa area, and it was scary. So it was just so much fun. I would love to do it again. And just the skill that my castmates, I mean, all of you guys just had so much skill. I'm like, wow, I could learn. I just learned and learned and learned, I think, every night at rehearsal, something from everybody. I mean, and yeah, I also learned a lot of patience because the script kept changing.
Yes. What am I supposed to forget this week?
Yes.
It was kind of cool for me because it's fun to do a show where you just end up with a bunch of people you really haven't worked with before, who you've seen and who you know that you've seen do things. So it's kind of fun to be able to actually do something with them.
And we were so happy to get you because we had no Dan forever. And that was, and we kept rehearsing and rehearsing and rehearsing. And it was like, do we have a Dan yet? No, we don't have a Dan yet. I'm like, oh, okay. Are we going to get one? It would be good to have one. And then when they said you were coming, I mean, everybody was like, huge sigh of relief that you were committed to doing it.
I remember I auditioned because Bree asked me to.
If there's a character that has like a younger version, I know I got to get Liv in there because then how could you not cast the two of us together? So it's like, it ups my chances because you come in with the both of us, you're done. That's all you need.
It's called stacking the deck.
The set that we had to use because we were traveling made sense, but I would love to see it with a set.
I think I'd love to have more than 2 weeks to study the whole script and not the cut abbreviated version.
Please.
The cut abbreviated version.
Yeah.
Which abbreviated version are you talking about?
Version
What
1
is
or version 62?
Version 16, I believe. if I'm remembering correctly.
Because I think that show was so special and I didn't realize it until after, because we had talked about doing it again. We had talked about recording it. So like it didn't feel like it was over until then it was over. And I feel like I could have appreciated it more while it was happening. You need to stop, ma'am.
The growling really adds something to your comment.
Who's joining?
Oh, no way.
What?
The Frank is here.
Mr. Frank! Almost he's here. I'm feeling a little verklempt.
I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay. 1 second. Favorite songs. I love them all because you're all wonderful. But the Meadowlark one really sticks with me, and that's probably why the book that everyone signed is just sitting on my piano music rack.
Oh.
But the finale, the opening, I'd have to go. I'm moving in with, I don't know, Susan.
You're moving in with Susan. Big boy, it's your own life. I know I was almost his wife.
I think of this show all the time, like with everything I do. Because I just moved in with my boyfriend, so I'm always like, I'm moving in with Susan. Like I have that in my head. Like I'm at a very similar point in my life that Susan was now, so I think of this show all the time.
Well, and it's a cool show because if you're listening to any Broadway, you're going to run across one of these songs with totally different lyrics for some reason. Every once in a while, and it's this. That's what I mean. I have to say this. If we go back to one of my favorite things, learning some of the different the mixed up lyrics to these songs was kind of a fun thing to do. It's like, what a weird ass thing to do to a bunch of songs that I know. Like that's just kind of cool. But yeah, it's so easy to run into this show because its songs are from so many different shows. So it's like all the time going, oh, that I'm singing the wrong words. Singing about it.
Although, I also was really honored and humbled when we won the Spirit of the Road Award at the conference. I just thought that was pretty special. I was pretty excited about that, just because it came from the home theater, and I thought we were a nice group of people to work with.
I agree with that.
I have one more favorite memory while we're here. Is when Trevor pulled the gown out of my shorts because I didn't get it done in a quick change. When I was on stage, he fixed my graduation gown.
I'm gonna be someone who lives all of her life in superlatives. I'll be extraordinary.
At long last, I'm making my way out of here.
Which was the one with the notepads and the phone?
This has nothing to do with love. This has quite a lot to do with diction. Nothing to do with love.
This has mostly to do with a quick turn of a cute phrase.
And an act for fiction. But I know there's someone out there waiting somewhere in the night. Someone waiting for my 15 words to light up the black and white.
But I think
I think I have to go with the last song. I like the ending of. I like the way they put it all together at the end.
Yes.
I just like that. That was mine.
The three couples, absolutely. I brought a tear to my eye every night.
my days are brighter than morning air. Blue are my skies and clear my view. But all my days are twice as fair when I can share my days with you.
So is this considered a first rehearsal, or
We could start running like.
Liv, go get your script, share your screen.
Okay, I'm down. I will, honestly. I know exactly where it is.
Table read, let's do it.
So good. From this day forward, nights won't seem so black. From this day forward, we will never look back. In whatever time we have, we will make the most of time.